So this week we've been out with David. Now the whole point of this week was to follow up on sailing skills and everything, because David's been learning to do solo sailing, and since he bought the yacht he's been absolutely going for it, which is amazing, and has done a bunch of all of the skills necessary. You've seen some of the videos, and I'll link a few of the videos here of his picking up a mooring single-handed and coming alongside the fuel berth and all of this. And also what we did when we arrived at this spot was we did this picking up a mooring single-handed, oh sorry, not single, both of us, and in one movement, and we swiveled right round. So with one person on the controls and one person picking up the buoy over the stern, we're able to just come straight through, grab the line, and then rotate it all the way to the bow so easily with two people on board in nominal conditions. Everything's going to be harder the more wind you get. In the future I'm going to do a follow-up video on that to really show exactly how we do that with two people, because we're doing a lot of single-handed stuff and I do want to do that team crew type videos as well. So we sailed out of Marina Carstella and we headed into one of our favorite spots, Maretta, Conova Maretta, with Cristiano and Evo, and that was just brilliant. We sat up on there, we drank Bulldog gin, and we ate lamb and just had an absolute blast of the time. So one of our favorite spots there for sure. The morning was easy, we did some paddle boarding and we got ready to sail out. We had a few things we had to fix. We've been adding repairs, well not repairs, more additions to the yacht as we go, things that need changing. One of the things we've updated on the boat is very simple. It's these bags or rope bags that I use for shorelines and extra organization on the boat, especially for in the lazarettes. Now we use these largely for long lines like shorelines or springs, and you can see here that we've used it for the 30-meter bow spring. It's just an easy way to pick up the line and transfer it anywhere on the boat, and then it doesn't have to be loop coiled, which is also very nice and pretty, but it's a lot harder to deal with. When you pull a loop coil out, it can twist and catch and everything like that, whereas when you run it out of a bag like this that's been fed in just like a snake in a bag or a ski rope, water skiing rope, then it'll just run straight out and it never tangles. Say never, but it's never tangled on me. So I love this theory for shorelines and for springs and things like that. And those are just little additions that you can do. I even take these bags on a charter boat with me when I charter a yacht, because I want to have that convenience there for me. So we did a lot of little maintenance pieces. We greased some tracks. We're also now replacing one of the blocks. We've got new headsail sheets coming. We replaced the furling line for the Genoa. So there's just been a little bit of ongoing maintenance. So we had a week planned and we were heading to the Cornati because we had a whole week. So we're like, you know what, the wind is good for it. We've got a southeast wind. We're going to have 20 knots, 25 knots behind. Let's use it and sail to the Cornati. So off we went, great wind. Well, the wind could have been a bit stronger, but still, and we do our first jibe out on the waves, 18 knots or something, and this happened. We just jibed and full ripped the clue off the mainsail and just had to furl it away. And it was the one maneuver I decided I wasn't going to film. Bloody hell. It's the webbing. All the webbing's just gone. The sail's fine. Yeah. So all the stitching and the webbing was rotten. Oh, there you go. This is why you test your shit, sails. Test your stuff before you I'll just sew it back on. So in a drastic turn of events, I'm going to say you were involved. I just ripped the clue off the mainsail on David's lovely boat. And we were on our way out. We're only on day 2 or 3 of what we were doing. We're heading to Kornati to really do some exploring and really some sailing. David wanted to help with sailing, getting more comfortable under single-handed, both sails, all that sort of stuff. So that was all the plan. And we just did our first jibe, and off goes the clue, very, very calmly actually. I didn't quite know what happened, and the boom didn't go out, and all of a sudden I was like, oh. He says, what is it? I says, oh, we've just ripped the clue off the mainsail. Anyway, so we've decided we're gonna cut and go into a close-ish port and anchor. We'll pull all the sails off and get them serviced, because what actually happened was the stitching and or the tape reinforcing seems to have been rotten. None of the sail is actually ripped, and it's just pulled straight out of the clue bracket with the wheel on it that goes for the film. So good thing it happened, as he said, with 2 of us on board and not in a dire situation. We only had about 18 knots. 18 knots of wind coming from behind. So anyway, that's the change of plan. That's sailing. So we're gonna take off both sails, get them all serviced right now, because at the moment the sail lofts aren't as busy, being mid-season, and put the old Genoa on, so he's got that to go up the coast with. Then we'll come back and we'll do it all over again.
We will.
Get us some B-roll. There we are. We're doing boat stuff. We're going to try and stay dry. Bye, boat. So, standard cruising thing when you're out sailing. 2 a.m. anchor movements. We got a off forecast northeast wind come down the hill and swing us 90 degrees around from where we were set for, which we were in good stead, but we ended up a little bit closer to the shore than comfort would explain. So as much as 90% sure that it would have held and been fine, I like 100% sure. So we've picked up anchor and dropped a bit further out, laid out 70 meters and given it 1700, 1800 in reverse, and now we're just seeing if it's going to rain on us and blow a bit harder, and if we're sitting all good. But I was having quite a nice sleep. This morning's jobs were then, of course, getting the ripped sail from yesterday out of the mast and down. So I'm going to jump off, take these sails to one sails in split, get them repaired. We took the Genoa off as well because this is a new boat too, David. We had the survey done, of course. We don't know the condition of all the sails other than the survey, and this wasn't picked up in the survey. I'm not expecting someone to pick up, you know, what strength the webbing is at in a cruise. So the sails are actually really good condition. So we're going to take them both in, get them serviced while they're off the boat. We've put his old Genoa up, the original 2007 Genoa for the boat, which is interestingly cut shorter. I don't know if it's a repair cut, because I don't think the original would be cut short. So it's about 1.5 meters short on the head, on the luff, so it doesn't go all the way top. So they've got a bead line extension on it to make sure the furler goes right to the top of the forestay. So we'll see how that goes. We're going to test that out on our way around to Rogosnitsa, and then I'm going to get picked up and head back to Throgir, take these sails in over the weekend. It's been a good week. I think probably it's lunchtime. It's going to be too lunch. Just because, what if we do line handling or fork handling without gloves? That's pretty dangerous.
Here's me laughing at him, you know, after Nick has destroyed my boat.